up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Today I am 34 weeks pregnant. I think in my last video I said that I was 32. This week I'm 34 for sure. 34 weeks, man, it's crazy. I can't believe how close we are. If I get all the way to 40, awesome. If not, I don't know how I'm gonna handle that. My last pregnancy update actually had over 1,400 views, which was so weird. 1,400 views on a belly button video was not what I was expecting. If you're new to our channel, I basically talk about my pregnancy journey and how everything's going. There's like this idea of pregnancy that like, this is like this beautiful moment and everything is great. Trying to be real with everyone on the weirdness of this all. So, 34-week update. Here's what's going on. I think one of the biggest changes that I noticed this past week is my belly. Oh my gosh. I was looking back at some old pictures, and actually one that I took like really early on, I'll post that here somewhere, of my belly where I thought that I could really see a change. And oh my gosh, whenever I compare what I look like now to then, and even me and Tavis the other day, we were talking about how you can actually tell that I'm pregnant now. There was a long time where people were like, oh, you can barely tell. No, there's like no doubting. And we actually went out to eat for breakfast on Saturday, and the girl that was our waitress, she's like, ma'am, are you with child? Okay, first of all, that's a super weird way to put it. Second of all, what if I wasn't? Oh my gosh, I would have died. So you can definitely tell that I'm pregnant now at 34 weeks for sure. My belly is growing so much, and I can like feel little aches and pains in it. My thought is that if I get stretch marks at any part of this journey, like it's gonna be happening here soon, because I just feel like my belly is just growing every single day. I hate lotion. I don't know if that's weird, but I hate the way lotion feels, and I hate putting lotion on. My hands are crusty, as are my lips. I just don't like that greasy feeling. I haven't been great about putting lotion on my belly. Here recently, I was like, dang, my belly is really growing fast. So I went and bought some bio oil. Okay, I'm from East Texas, and so saying oil is like because I want to say oil, but I know that that's wrong, but I feel weird to say oil. I got bio oil, and I've been using that along with lotion. I've actually been putting it on my face too, and my skin is like popping. I've been using bio oil, rubbing it on my belly every night, and I've been trying to do it in the mornings, but I haven't been great about it. Hopefully that helps a little bit with stretch marks. I know I've read before that you can't help it if they come, but oh well, I'm just gonna do my best. Another big change that I noticed this week was actually in Tavis. He's like going through this stage where he's just like protector, provider, like he's got to do this and that. So we had a big like ice storm snow thing. He was so worried about me on that icy snow day. He texted Tori, my sister-in-law, apparently told her like, hey, I need you to go to the house, be with Adri all day so that you can make sure she doesn't fall out on the ice or whatever. It was sweet. He's just been really careful about me, trying to help take care of things for me, which has been really sweet. I don't know. I don't know how big of a deal this is. I'll keep you guys updated on this, but I've been like emotionally just so up and down, and I'll get in these like kind of down stages where normally I can just bounce back out and I'm fine. Like I can think of something that makes me happy or things that I'm thankful for and just be fine. But the past few days, and honestly this whole entire week, I'm just like, ugh, I can't get going. Once I get going, I'm like, oh, there's still a whole day left. And I actually told my mom about this. I woke up the next morning and she had texted me one of those online quizzes, and it was like, are you depressed and pregnant? Whenever I looked at it, I laughed, but you know, I mean, that stuff is serious. I ended up looking at the questions and I was good. I think it's just emotions and everything changing. But like even today, I was sitting in mass at school. I teach at a Catholic school, and so we have mass on Wednesdays. And I was sitting there in mass. I just felt like I could have just started crying right there in the middle of mass. I don't know. But that's a big one. The last thing that I really wanted to talk about, this is something that is so controversial. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Breastfeeding really freaks me out. Oh my gosh, this is something that has been weighing on me. I know that breastfeeding is so good for your baby. So I've been doing some research. It hasn't helped so far. Let me tell you guys what originally freaked me out about it. So I was looking at Snapchat, and on Snapchat they have like, you know, the news stories and different stories, whatever. One of the stories on there was this lady that is breastfeeding her like 4-year-old or something, and how she's gotten a bunch of online hate about this or whatever. I don't know why, but that freaked me out. Really grossed me out, like to the core. I was just really impacted by this, and I was having a hard time getting over it. So just kind of like the belly button thing in my last video, I found this at night and Thomas was already asleep. So I was laying in bed just scrolling through all this stuff about breastfeeding. And then I go to Google breastfeeding. Why does breastfeeding freak me out so much? I Googled something like that. And oh my gosh, I could not find anything. All of the articles were just about how you have to breastfeed. It's so good for your baby, all the nutrients, and it's good for you, and blah, blah, blah. Duh, we know this by now. All I could find about women that are dealing with like this being a really creepy, weird thing to them was just like online forums. And so I went on a forum where someone else had expressed the same just feelings towards breastfeeding, and thousands, hundreds of thousands of comments were down on this of just women saying, yeah, I feel the exact same way. Like, it really grossed me out. It really freaked me out. I was just thinking about that, and I'm like, oh, it's just so sad that we go through this stuff by ourselves. And I'm so thankful for Google, because sometimes it's terrifying, but it also just reminds you sometimes that other people are going through the same thing. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me for being freaked out by breastfeeding. And the more people that I talk to, the more that I realize a lot of people feel the same. I still do want to breastfeed. Don't come at me, guys. I still do want to breastfeed. I know the importance of it. I'm going to. I think that a lot of people don't realize how creepy breastfeeding might be to people. My family was very conservative. We weren't the kind of family that walked around our house in our underwear. I could never be one of those moms that just starts breastfeeding somewhere, like in the middle of, I don't know. Yes, it's natural, but so is pooping, and I don't want to see you poop. I'm sitting here editing, and I just want to make it clear, I'm not mom shaming here. If you're the type of mom that breastfeeds just out in the open, I'm talking about how breastfeeding makes me feel, not how you should feel about breastfeeding. If you're open with that and you feel great and comfortable, you're feeding your baby, that's amazing. But I'm just talking about my insecurities and how I personally feel about breastfeeding and seeing other people breastfeeding. I've honestly had a sense of dread as well of like, as soon as he's born, I'm like getting all uncomfortable. The nurses teaching me how to do this, like the thought of just like everything just being out in the open like that. That's just something that I've been dealing with. I have a plan to breastfeed, yes. I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not gonna be comfortable with it, especially right off the bat. That's just another thing that's really, sorry, plant. That's my update. I'll show you guys my belly now. It's growing. I think there will be a difference from last week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've subscribed, thank you. If you just search us every week and come and watch my videos, thank you. Next week, we'll be at week 35 and one step closer. Be on the lookout. See you guys next time.